Well, good morning, fellow zombies. Are we sleep deprived yet? Did we just wake up? Hell, it's only about 9:01 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. It's still the 3rd of October, 2023. This is your zombie weaver, your zombie John Z. Weaver out in Roseman, California. What's going on, guys? I've had questions. Indirect, but very irritating this morning. I was approached one of my comment sections of the videos I put out for one particular gentleman that seems to be having a past. This poster disappeared on me, as if he was trying to goad me into something, which he probably did, and made me research. And when I found some of the information, yeah, at first it did anger me a bit, but and I did respond to it like a damn insect bite would on his skin. I took the comments off just a few minutes ago. I had to sleep on it, literally. I had to make sure that I was looking at the right information, and I was also trying to find out if the information was accurate. And I had to look at a couple of sources and found out something I didn't like. Maybe the information was correct on this gentleman, and maybe he's trying to clean up something that he should. Are we going to continue to burn him in effigy? The act itself, yes, was heinous, and maybe he did his time. I would consider a slate wiped a bit on that one. Right now, he's trying to present a persona with an identity that he doesn't want people to find out and understand. And yes, I know the gentleman's name now, but am I going to hold it against him? Which means I would probably condone what he did in the past. There's stuff I did in the past that I don't let anybody else know about. My brother did, and he's long gone, and so is my mother's. We all did things in our past we don't like to share with others. And yes, this was found out, and this was under one particular identity. But right now, he hasn't said or done anything currently that would show that he's still in operation. And if he has, he knows that his past is going to come up and bite him in the ass. It's not easy dealing with a past with a major thing hanging around your neck. Guys reminded yourself of the rhyme of the ancient mariner. And this was a willing thing that was done a long time ago. Maybe things in his life have changed. Maybe he had to be forced into reconciling and recognizing of what he's done was going to be considered forever unforgivable. There are those there are those places and times that may seem like frivolous, that can haunt a person for the rest of their lives. Reputations destroyed like crazy, despite how much good they keep trying to do. Their reputation hangs around their necks, just like the albatross does. And it'll be a constant education. Some people will just deny it. They'll just deny that it happened or deny the consequences, and they go on with their lives. despite the fact that there's long ass memories and long ass resentments in it. And right now it's between those people and their victims, I guess, that they have to reconcile with. There's a reason why we do 4-step and the 12-step of Alcoholics Anonymous and also in the 12-step programs. We have to constantly be evaluating and reevaluating ourselves. Sometimes we can't put it aside. Sometimes we have to and deal with it and endure it. We'll have no choice about it. But we don't go publicly saying to people that I did this and I'm still such a wonderful guy. No, I did this and I still got the albatross hanging around my neck. And it's too damn shameful, too damn painful, but it happened. The information's out there. What do you want me to do about it? Be burned alive in effigy? Is that going to solve your conscience? In making amends in the program, we also have to evaluate our health and safety as well. We can go as far as we can. There had been points where even jailing ourselves in the process is the only way to make amends, and that still doesn't get rid of the harsh feelings or even the reputations out there. And reputations are still there. There's no way to change them. There's no way to get around them. The only thing we have to do is endure them. Yes, there were pasts out there. Yes, there were things done that we're ashamed of saying to people left and right, except in confidence. And hoping and praying that the stuff will be shrived, so it were. We hope to be shrived. That's a word in it, a long time ago. Used by an English author. You ever heard of Wordsworth? Not Wordsworth. Coleridge. Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. Shriving was something an ancient holy man would do to help the guilty be forgiven. Even if he had done his penance, he still has it around his neck. The ghost of the wrongdoing. Despite the fact he may have done his penance with fate, and those around him at a bloody cost. He has forever has to mark his path down that road, and he still has to tell people about what he's done. A long enduring penance he has to accomplish. Perhaps in this case, if I'm going to be looking at that particular point of view, one point of view, I'm going to be giving people the benefit of the doubt. At this point, I don't care if I lose subscribers. I don't care if I just get 1 or 0. I'm going to give this guy the benefit of the doubt. If he is trying desperately to prove to people that he has changed, then I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, because in the program and also in my own religious upbringing, he hasn't done any harm to me, therefore I do not need the apologies. And yes, I will acknowledge that he had a sordid past. But then so have we all. And if he's trying to find his way to make good, I'm not going to prevent him on it. I know he carries the burden. He carries that damn albatross around his neck. There's no way in hell for him to get past it. He's not going to get past it. He's going to be constantly reminded by those who constantly have a burr up their ass. But I don't know if there's fate or if there's powers that be, if there's something above us, mere mortals, that know the story more than we do, then I am not going to stress about it in this lifetime. I'm simply going to let those powers have their will. If he's done everything he could to satisfy their requirements, who the hell am I going to be putting that kind of judgment on this guy? So to that commentator who went out there and said, well, this is his name and this is what he's done, you have to research more. You're trying to tell me that I need to disavow anything I know or unsubscribe to this gentleman or to anybody else like that. How do I know that this particular person has an issue with themselves, also has their own albatrosses hanging around their necks that they're worse than having the weight of Mount Everest, or worse, Mount Olympus? Pan Olympus? Mars? That kind of weight? Worse than Mount Everest? Wow. That's a lot of rock hanging around your weight. That's a lot of rock hanging around your neck. That's a crawl. That's a lot of guilt and stress and pressure. Am I going to hold it against you? You're the one that came up to me, whoever the hell you were, and you said, look at this guy. This is his name. Okay, I know his name. But this is what he's done. Okay, this is what he's done. Is he doing? Is he investigated? Is he doing it off the books? And if we find out that the guy is still innocent at this point, does that change anything? Are we still going to be are we going to be putting our own rocks around his neck and say, here, idiot? He's already got it around his neck. What else do we want to do with him? Throw him out of humanity? I'm talking about the one specific guy. I'm not talking about anybody in general. So yes, I subscribed back again. And nothing will come to this. If my subscribers go to zero, they go to zero. I'm going to give this guy a benefit of the doubt. If he's actually helping, if he's actually doing something with his life that's notable, then why am I going to go crazy over the damn thing? It's not like we're dealing with Al Capone, or are we? At least Al Capone, being a murderous mobster as he was, also had a soft spot for children. And he helped get started the dating process we have for milk. When it goes bad, we get rid of it. People were drinking soured milk and making kids sick. He was getting sick and tired of it. A murdering mob boss. And he's still a murdering mob boss to the day he died. And he was treated as such. But he was arrested for tax evasion. The only way they can get him into jail. This gentleman we're talking about here has already done his time. He's already done his bit. I shrieve him. I'm not a holy man. I shrieve him. There's other people out there that may or may not feel the same way because of the reputation that they're listening to, or actually the personal witness. But it's the stories that keep generating and keep bouncing out there that may or may not allow any growth to happen. If there is a lot of growth happening, they're not going to see it because all they see is the ugly, not the progress. So as a 12-stepper, I'm not going to judge you assholes. You can judge me. Go ahead. I ain't got any reputation. I could probably get knocked off with this damn thing. That's okay. I get back up. I didn't ask originally for subscribers or followers. They stayed on because they listened. I tried not to be judgmental on people. I try not to tell anybody out there that they're just a piece of shit. I'm not going to. I can tell you that you're human. You're going through a hell of a lot. You may not like me. That's fine. When I originally did this channel, it was just for a lifeboat to tell people that I existed. Because in eventuality, something happens and I'm not here anymore. My story is still out there. My family lives on. Even if the other people that I lived with the rest of my life, or actually known for the rest of my life, managed to get a hold of YouTube and actually get onto my channel and then understand my history and what happened. That's my family's legacy. It lives on. They're not forgotten. And I shrieve them. I shrieve my family and my friends that know me. I'll even shrieve the people who are listening to this and watching this. Especially the ones that kept trying to tell me, look at this guy and see how bad he is. Well, not currently, because he was. Maybe another person and maybe another life. I'm not going to judge it against him. I'll shrieve him if I have to. Do I condone what they did? No, but I'm shriving them anyway for their conscience. That's going to be between him and his victims, if he still has any out there, and between the maker. I'm not going to hold it against him. He's done nothing to me. And if he's already paid his price. But you'll probably compare him to other people that have done wrong in the past, that are dead by their own actions or actions of others. Do I shrieve them? No. I don't. They've done what they've done. I may not like them. Fine. You may not like the person I'm talking to and I'm talking about. That's fine too. That's on you, not me. All I know is he hasn't done anything to me, about me, or anything around me. Does it mean I trust? No, I still don't trust. I don't trust anybody. I don't even trust some of the people who are commenting half the time anyway. That includes the poster who took down his post real fast. And you deal with what you got to deal with. You got to do what you got to do. And I'm doing what I'm doing right now. I'm making this video and I'm going to tag. And I'm going to say this guy who's being affected here. I may not understand completely what happened and the things that were going on. I'm not holding it against you right now. I don't look too well in certain aspects of life that treat people with a lot less dignity than we're giving them right now. I don't look too kindly to people doing dastardly things to other people for profit. You got that albatross hanging around your neck. You are on the pathway to constantly asks for shrewdness, but you're also fated to tell your story. See, that's the thing about this one. Other people will not admit because of the things that may happen to them and to those they care about. Just as I've got my own albatrosses hanging around my neck, because if I happen to say anything, let's just say the consequences are not good for anybody. If somebody knows, then somebody knows. But I'm not going to be fearing the consequences after that. To the one gentleman that had been tagged on this one. Yeah, pal, I read. And not so good either. Let's just say we've done our things in the past that we're not exactly happy about. Some people may be at a different level. And let's just say that dealing with this is not the easiest damn thing, especially when you're trying to rebuild a life, but you do know about it. At one point, you're going to have to get clean. But you're probably not there yet. But I'm going to be asking myself the question at this point. How is it going to profit me if I go thermal on this one? Especially when your information is still out there. And you're going to have to deal with this one. You're going to have to decide how you're going to be able to deal with it, and how you're going to be able to face it, and how you're going to be able to be, or how people are going to be at peace is going to be a different story altogether, because they may not be. Hell of a decision to make, especially when you have to make amends. When in 12-step programs, we're trying to be at peace with them as well as they're going to be at peace at us, with us. And they may never be. We're trying to repair relationships. It's the hardest damn thing to do because both sides, even though we acknowledge what the hell happened, are we going to be at peace and move on, or are we not? And if we're not, then that has to be it. And then we move on. And we have to be comfortable with that. I've said some things and done some things, and other people carry that burden. And at times I'm going to have to put it on blind faith that I'm going to trust in their own decisions, what they say and what they do. I'm going to have to. I know they're going to scream out betrayal, 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 but you know what? Things happen, you deal with it, you don't, it's going to bite you in the ass. You personally didn't do anything or say anything to me that would harm me. I know the things that you've done that have harmed others. And it's a hard burden to carry. But let's face it, when you do make amends, you give the burden to somebody else, and it's going to be up to them to have it, if they want it or not. And it'll be up to them to decide whether or not they're going to say or do anything about it. I discovered it because of one damn comment on there that popped over here and said, look at this thing. So I looked at it, and you know what? Big whoop. Yes, it was a big whoop during that time, but how is it going to be affecting me right now as it is? And do I need to stress over the damn thing? Do I need to start pointing the finger and be the judge of God at this point? I mean, is that what it's going to be taking at this point? On me getting notified about this thing, and therefore I got to go insane over the damn shit? Yes, I got the comment. Yes, I read the comment. And I'm trying to figure out why the damn comment has to be affecting me a great deal, because trust factor. Do I now trust this person not to be in this kind of situation? Do I have any control over the situation? Do I have any control over any of it? Truth of the matter is, no, I don't. What am I going to do? Of course, he's got a sword past, but now I got to hold it against him? Do we now do this to everybody? Do we now do this to everybody and proclaim everybody else to be impure? Is that how this works? I now have to condemn everybody, including the guy whoever this person was, that sent me that link and told me where to look? And now they're going to feel so damn justified about it? I hope you can sleep at night. I don't sleep like a baby. I still got insomnia. I still got narcolepsy. And I still got sleep apnea. That doesn't change a damn thing. Now, since I know about this guy's sordid past, big deal. How's it going to affect me? Because he hasn't done anything to affect the damn trust. He's still dealing with stuff that I deal with. So yeah, in a bit of a fashion, I've given him a little bit of my trust on this one. How is that going to affect me right now? How should it? Should it be coloring me like crazy on this one? Discoloring anything and everything? Oh, am I trying to throw those things out? But it's not to throw out the anger or anything else towards what people are perceiving. What I'm saying is that if I had a certain viewpoint, a certain form and fashion, I am trying to say, I don't know what I'm trying to say at this point over here, except I'm not going to give in to the damn insanity that you're trying to push down my throat. And yes, I did learn about the guy. Now what do I do with it? See, now I have to be infected by your damn hatred and your damn ugliness? The only thing I can be is wary. I said before, I don't trust very much. Some people I will, and other people I won't. And you, because I don't know you, and you made that ugly comment out there, well, you took it down. Fine. I should have made a screen print of the damn thing. But, shit happens. So I can't find your comment anywhere. But you did your little hit and run tactic. Now what you going to do? I am calling you on it. What you going to do next? Because already you're a mosquito and you're still itching and driving me crazy. But there's always lotions that deal with that, isn't there? There's always creams to deal with an insect bite. And there's always DEET to deal with mosquitoes. But I haven't had any standing water out here. Or is there standing water out here? Is there? So to the person, the subject matter out there who probably is not interested or may be interested, you're shrived. Do what you got to do, say what you got to say, be what you got to be. As long as you're not making those kind of repeat patterns. Just expect people to be assholes and asslorettes. You haven't said or done anything except for me to be challenged, and I will be challenged. And I will comment on what you comment on. And we will have discussions, one sided at bit. But we will have our discussions. You're on one side, I'm on the other side. But sometimes we still see the same things in the gray area, now don't we? We do. I've given you my albatross. Can I take yours?